Guys, it's your girl Natalie, the one true diamond, coming at you with Thursday morning chit chat. It is Thursday morning and I'm on the road again. Just can't wait to get on the road again. I could have waited this morning because I'm on the road to work, okay? Let me stop, because somebody's going to think this woman don't ever want to go to work. Ever. She don't ever want to go to work. If y'all could only understand, I have been working, okay, as a teenager, I started out, I was maybe 16 years old. I worked every summer. One of the hardest jobs in America, okay? Want that fast food that you see most teenagers doing, because when I grew up in the day, there wasn't much where I grew up to do. I worked at what was called, we call it a crab factory, okay? You know when y'all go in the store and you buy the processed crab meat that's already picked out of the crab for you, that you make your nice little crab cakes out of? That's what I did all summer. Can you imagine a teenager doing that, coming home smelling like doggone crabs? But you couldn't smell it because you hadn't got immune to it. But if you go in the store, I would be like, how in the God's name can those people go in the store? I was too embarrassed. Like, I used to ride the van, because the van would pick everybody up in the neighborhood, okay? And they go in the store smelling like crabs. I know people, it's like, oh my God, they stink. I couldn't do it. I'm sorry, I just couldn't. It was just, I'm sure the stores didn't mind, because that was a big part of their money-making thing. But we either pick crabs or we crack claws, okay? Some people want claw meat, and some people want the crab meat. And the lump meat was more than the other, like the fine minced meat, the lump. If you could get a couple lump, that was a good thing for you. You got extra money for a couple lump. So anyway, that was back in the day, okay? I did that till I went to college. I didn't go to college my first year after graduating because we waited too late. We did one thing. I waited too late to send paperwork and all that stuff in, and with finances and how tight it was, my mom really could not afford. I'm gonna tell you the honest to God truth. I told you guys I grew up poor. The application fees and what it was gonna cost to get the stuff for me to go to college. So I stayed out and I worked the whole year. I don't know what the purpose of these bicycles that they're sitting down on. I don't know if it's supposed to be for longevity races or showing speed racing. But and he looks like he's reading a book or something up there while he's bicycling. I'm sure it's healthy, but it's some sport, because I've seen people with those bicycles that they sit down and pedal it. I don't know. Anyway, let me get back to my story, okay? I stayed out and worked the whole year and the summer to get up my application fees and get the things that I needed to take off to college with me. And I started college, okay? My first year in college, the work that I did was like, what do you call it? The work program for the students. Can't think of what it is. It had a name for it. It's not work program for students, but y'all know what I'm talking about. I don't know what it was. Anyway, I worked during school. I actually worked for this teacher, and I checked their papers and did such, ran off copy, that kind of stuff like that. It was part of my financial aid, okay? So that's how I made money during my first year of college, okay? I came home during the summer. Gotta tell y'all all my business. I came home during the summer after that first year. Lo and behold, I met my children's father. I swear to y'all, did I get pregnant and didn't go back to school? It happened. I know financially it was hard for my family. And I think I didn't go back that second year because I don't know why I didn't go back the second year, but eventually, somewhere in the midst of sitting out for that year there, I did get pregnant with my first son. Okay. And I said to myself, after I cried and boo-hooed, because my goal was I wanted to go to school. Oh my God, my life is just over as I know it because I got this baby. I got to take care of it. And I'm like, what in God's name am I going to do? So I put on my big girl panties, okay? And I went and started taking up some classes at the college, pregnant and all. And I said, I'm going to persevere. I'm going to start working towards. I want to go to nursing school. I can go to community college because I knew there was no way I could leave my baby with my mom because she worked, and it was all she could do to take care of the family. So with him, I used the system, and this is the positive way of using the system, okay? I used the system. I got help from social services. There were different programs. There was help from, oh my goodness, what was it? It's not disability. It wasn't disability. It wasn't. How can I forget? Because they helped me through my LPN school. I cannot remember. But anyway, I had to go through these testing and things with them. Maybe it was some kind of, it wasn't disability. It was not disability. Because I wouldn't have qualified for disability. It wasn't disability. It was some kind of program. I can't remember what the name of the program was now. Anywho, I'm sorry, because that could have helped somebody out. I don't know if the program is still available. Back in the early 90s, there were more programs and things available, different things. But anyway, they helped me get through LPN school. They paid for my books. They paid my tuition. And I had to go through this psych eval to do these things, okay? And so when I went to talk to psychologists and everything, and you do these little tests, fit this in here and add these numbers up. They take you through all these doggone tests and everything. And his recommendation was that I would do good as an LPN, but I would not be able to meet the everyday demands for a registered nurse. Yes, he did. So you know what? And I could have used that in my head to say, okay, here's this man, he's a psychologist, he's smart. He says I can't be a RN. I'm not good enough to be a registered nurse, but I can be a LPN. It's okay to do the licensed practical nurse. So anyway, I did go to licensed practical nurse because they were paying for it, and that's all they would pay for. I knew that I could get somewhere with that, and it just so happened that I met this friend in LPN school. And I had already in my mind said, okay, I'm not going back to school. They already said I couldn't do the RN. And just things like that set in your mindset. That's why you have to be so careful with your words and what you say to people. Because if someone's already suffering with low self-esteem and depression and all the mixture, you could cause somebody to stay stuck in their position. I know somebody might not agree with me on this, but if somebody's already not mentally stable, and I don't want to say I wasn't mentally stable, but I was depressed about my situation, and and living conditions and poor and couldn't get the things I wanted and couldn't get where I wanted. It seemed like there were always stumbling blocks, and and I had this child that I got to worry about, and and being overweight and just being insecure, not wanting to even be noticed by people. That was me, okay? So all this going on in my mind, and he's saying, I feel like, and I wish to God I had kept that paperwork so that I could go back to that psychologist and said, these negative words that you said to me, and send him my degrees, send him my levels. I am a RN 4, which is the highest RN at my job, the highest level you can go to. I am a charge nurse. I have functioned as an assistant director of nursing in a long care term facility. I am a certified rehab nurse. All these things that you said that I would not be mentally or capable of doing, I have proved you wrong, okay? And even on top of that, I want to still say I am going to prove him even more wrong. Only reason I do not prove him wrong, and the only reason is if I don't want to take out any more loans. If I find a program that I can financially pay for, I am going back to get my BSN, and I'm going back to get my master's. Yeah, I'm 50. Yeah, I know somebody saying, you 50. What are you going to, and I would tell myself that you 50. What do you want to go back now? Now you're looking for retirement. I'm saying all this because I know I always say I don't want to work. I don't want to work. I'm tired of going to work. I always say that. But I have worked all my life. Even after I went through nursing assistant school class. I passed that. And I started working as a nursing assistant. I got pregnant with my second son. And the soaps and things in the facility started making me feel so sick. I could not do that. So after I had him, I stayed out of work for a little bit. And then I went back to work. I worked at Hardee's. And from Hardee's, what did I do at Hardee's? I started going through nursing school, taking classes towards nursing school. Then when I actually got into the nursing program, and this place helped me get my LPN and the things I needed for that. God, it's right here on the tip of my tongue. It's something about disabilities. It was the disability office. It was some type of disability office that actually helped me. But I don't know why they helped me, because I didn't have a disability. I don't know what the program was. I don't know. I have no clue. But they helped, and they paid for and helped me through LPN, okay? So I met the girlfriend I was telling y'all about. She was like, Stokey, you know what? We are going to go back and get our RN degree, because we're going to be tired of having to wait for these RNs to come and sign our orders off. And I would be like, okay. So it was her push. And when we went through nursing school, all my friends who started out with me in the RN program, all of them had flunked out during the first semester. It just wasn't meant for them to go on. God used that to get me there, but I had to go the rest of the way on my own. And I tell you, I did. And God had these teachers have favor on me. Some of the hardest teachers that you could have actually had favor with me, where they were seemed like harder on the other ones. And I don't know, maybe because I excel. I don't know. I wasn't the highest in my class, that's for sure. You know what, having a child, having to work, and put yourself through nursing school was enough. And then by that time, I was married to my husband and going through a terrible marriage, a demanding husband, as well as trying to go through RN nursing school was hard enough. But I'm saying all of this to somebody. You can do it. No matter what it looks like, no matter what your situation looks like, you can do it. Don't stop. Find that something to push you on through. Okay? Y'all have a blessed day. Remember to give God some praise. Give some thanks for waking up this morning, starting you on your way. I'll see you in my next video. Bye now.